Welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time. I know. I've been gone for about 2 years. I mean, IT wise, I was like busy making gaming videos and some tutorials and stuff that's definitely not related to Linux or anything of that sort. But we're back. That's what matters. And today we're going to be taking a look at Ubuntu 2004 LTS, which is deemed to be the best Ubuntu so far, which is a big claim considering, you know, I've been a long time Ubuntu user since like 12 years ago. Actually, yeah, 12 years ago. It's been a long time. I've seen it all. I've seen the rise and fall. I mean, the pre-mainstream, when it was actually good, then it got mainstream, then Unity came and it got shitty, and then I went back to Debian instead. But the fact is, let me just turn off the notifications on phone. And, okay, so let's get right into it. Without further ado, let's just log in to the system. Please bear with my external hard drive, which is running my VM off because I don't have any free storage, so it might be a little slow, but only to load this stuff. Performance wise, I do assume it's going to be fine considering I've assigned all the cores. So we're running a 8-core 16-thread CPU, 8 gigs of RAM just for the VM, so I do assume it's going to be a great experience. So the first difference, of course, you guys could have noticed, was the login screen, which is pretty clear and obvious, and also the wallpaper, which does change every version, but there's more to it. Let's take a look at the settings first, the things that we can eventually change, the background options, which people do seem to care. Oh, look, that's a throwback right there. Is that from 804? I think it is. Or is it? It's from a Node-OS version, I'm sure. I don't know which. 904 maybe? That's a trip down memory lane. And I definitely don't remember exactly which. But yeah, those are the wallpapers that we can choose from. All like pretty cool. I do prefer this one is nice. Yeah, let's stick to this one. So we have light mode, we have the dark mode, standard mode, which is blinding, and the dark mode is pretty cool. Reminds me of the 10 point something, the 1004. Light one is fine, although kind of weird. The fact that the bar up there is black, this one is white. It doesn't really match. The standard one is a lot more, you know, acceptable in that regard. So you can auto hide the dock or not. Any window over, nah, that's pretty cool. Notifications, as usual, search bar, applications, settings, privacy. Of course, Canonical is definitely not tracking your data and stuff, your web browsing patterns and selling at chat companies. Totally not doing that. Computer name, media sharing, sound, power settings, displays. We could change scale. This one enables even more options. As you can see, we have a bunch of options to choose from. Depends on your graphics drivers and stuff, of course. Mouse speed, scrolling, keyboard, printers, removable media, color, region, language, you know, that kind of shit. Users, let's select a picture. This cat looks nice. Okay, let's take that. Password, fingerprint, login, if you will have that. I don't have that. It's a PC. Time zone, time format stuff, and the about. As you can see, all the threads assigned. It's quite snappy, I gotta say, considering it's a VM and it's running off an external HD. Performance wise, it uses 1.5 gigs of RAM at idle, pretty much like Windows, let's say. Windows uses a little bit more, like 1.9. 2 roughly. But yeah, acceptable. CPU wise, as you can see, CPU idle. CPU is just chilling there, which is pretty good. And oh yeah, there's universal store thingy now. You can like one click install all sorts of stuff from Snapcraft, so you don't have to compile it manually or apt get it. You just go, and for some reason it seems to be missing there, but yeah, it's probably a downtime, not sure. But yeah, as you can see, it tells the source down there. You click and install and it's ready to go, just like that. Pretty simple, pretty familiar for like macOS users, I assume. And quite a new concept. I mean, not a new concept, I mean the App Store has been there for a long time, but you know what I mean. Either way, there's not much to it. I mean, comparing to what we had before, it's not really that much different, although it's definitely better. It's visibly better in a sense that it's a lot more smooth to an extent, and also easier for like newcomers, people that are coming from Windows and never used Linux before. It's more friendly. Design's fairly more consistent now, which was an issue before, and now we can finally see a lot of consistency. And driver wise, I cannot really say much, as it's a VM, and but the Visa, is it even Visa or SVGA? Let me check. I forgot the name of the standard graphics drivers for SVGA. Yeah, SVGA drivers, they do run fine. I haven't tried gaming yet with Proton on Steam, but I do assume it would be fine, and that's something that I could definitely take a look at for next video, as it's just an overview. We're just taking a slight look at what's new here, and no visual how the system runs, memory footprint, RAM footprint that is, and swap footprint, that kind of stuff. But yeah, one could say definitely much better. We can see like Ubuntu has gone a long way. It's fairly more consistent. It's beautiful. It looks very professional. I would totally use that as my main OS if I could. But as I do flight simulation and stuff, and it's Windows only, Bitrate, I cannot actually do that. But if I could, I definitely would. I mean, it looks fine. It's a nice interface. It has a huge library of stuff just one click away from you. You just click and install, and it's ready for you. Easy to update. They got an all-in-one updater now, which you just log in with your Ubuntu account. It's going to handle the updates for you just like that. Pretty simple. Cannot complain, really. I mean, for newcomers, people that are coming from Windows and Mac and stuff and never used Linux before, I couldn't get any friendlier than this. Really, like, the install is very straightforward, the whole setup part, and it's just very it does pretty much everything for you. You don't need any previous knowledge at all. You just click and next, as straightforward as it could be, just like Windows. So that's the whole point. Linux is getting friendlier, and that's definitely a good thing, because then more people can get into it and actually realize that it's actually good. Because when you tell like someone that's never used Linux before, hey, I use Linux, I'm a Linux user, people the person automatically thinks, holy shit, the guy, it's a CGI hackerman kind of guy, oh shit, he uses Linux, terminal guy, what a nerd. And it's actually not like that anymore. I mean, not like it cannot be like that. It definitely can, but it doesn't really mean that you need to be a hacker man to use Linux anymore. It's been like that for so long already, actually, but people are still afraid of like trying Linux, afraid of like actually trying something different, getting out of their comfort zone and trying different distros and finding a distro that actually, you know, that I actually enjoy, which is not a hard thing to do at all. But yeah, as mentioned before, it's just meant to be an overview. And I think we're done for today. If you guys have any suggestions of things you guys want to see running on Ubuntu, maybe a couple of tutorials like how to install VPN or how to run VMs, and I don't know. What do you guys want to see? Games, probably. I mean, I would be losing performance as it's VM and stuff, but I can definitely run a couple games. You know, my card's not bad. So if you guys want to see gaming, if you guys want to see any, like, I don't know, maybe even setting up a web server, all sorts of things, just leave a comment down below. Hope you guys enjoyed. As you know, I'm sorry the video feels a little rushed out, but yeah, it's just to cover that because it came out like a couple days ago, 2 weeks ago actually, and I haven't made a video on that yet. And I have a lot of things to cover actually because I've been away, kinda not away per se, but you know, I've been doing other stuff, creating other kind of content, and things changed in all those 2 years that I've been away from IT itself, from IT videos. So I would like to cover all that. There's, you know, VMware ESXi 7 that I want to cover. I want to make videos on, eventually a couple tutorials and stuff, and setting up vCenter like I did with 6.7. Now I can actually fully get it working because back in the day I was limited by RAM and hardware. Now I have like more than one computer, so I can set up a proper lab and show you guys how, you know, live migration works and all the kind of shit you guys like. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good day or night or whatever. Y'all take care, and yeah, feedback is appreciated. Y'all take care, man. Goodbye.